tariff trauma. I'm Glenna Milberg in Brazil today.
This morning on World News Now, concerns over the U.S. economy.
Yeah, with a troubling jobs report and consumers bracing for new tariffs set to take effect this week. Could a recession be around the corner? A top economist weighs in.
Also this morning, dozens of wildfires raging across the West, forcing residents to evacuate and shut down major highways.
Plus, highball property tax assessments. The ABC News investigation that is revealing a disturbing disparity in property tax bills from neighborhood to neighborhood inside America's cities.
And the rivalry on the track. Noah Lyles beats rival Kenny Bednarik in the 200-meter U.S. track championships. What happened next is now heating up the internet. We'll tell you why. It's Monday, August 4th.
From ABC News, this is World News Now.
Good morning, everyone. Thank you so much for joining us. It is Monday. We're starting a new week. Talking about good sportsmanship. Was that, were they joking? Were they, was it real?
Noah Lyles is known for going a little viral, throwing shade at some other athletes. And I think he wanted to race like Tyreek Hill of the Dolphins once. So they
Look
had
how close this is, by the way.
I think it's just their competitive spirit.
Yeah.
You know, I think it's
Look how close
competition.
that is. Oh,
yeah.
So close. We're going to show you what happened next and let you decide if you think they were joking, was it real, what was going on there. We'll have that a little bit later in the show, but we're going to begin this morning with an ominous warning about the economy.
A prominent economist is pointing to a series of red flags showing the country might be on the verge of a recession. The prediction of an economic downturn comes as new tariffs are taking effect, poised to drive up prices for American households. This morning, a top economist warns the U.S. is on the precipice of a recession with consumer spending flatlining. This after a troubling jobs report. The unemployment rate rising to 4.2% in July, with the economy adding only 73,000 jobs. The Bureau of Labor Statistics also revising the job numbers for May and June, saying there were 258,000 fewer jobs created than previously thought. On Friday, President Trump abruptly fired the nonpartisan head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Erica McIntyre, claiming without providing evidence that the weaker-than-expected jobs report was manipulated.
I think her numbers were wrong, just like I thought her numbers were wrong before the election.
The president also claiming McIntyre previously inflated the job numbers to help then Vice President Harris before the 2024 election.
And then right after the election, they announced that those numbers were wrong. It's a scam, in my opinion.
Critics claiming it's not possible that the data was manipulated.
This is a preposterous charge. These numbers are put together by teams of literally hundreds of people following detailed procedures.
But the Trump administration says the number of revisions to job numbers over the years is evidence they cannot be trusted.
It's the president's highest priority that the data be trusted and that people get to the bottom of why these revisions are so unreliable.
The jobs report comes as consumers brace for new tariffs set to take effect this week. The prices of some everyday goods, including coffee, fruits, vegetables, and medicine, all expected to rise. Clothing and shoes expected to go up too.
The tariffs are definitely a little scary, so I'm trying to get everything ahead of time.
A recent report shows the tariffs implemented by President Trump are the highest in nearly a century and will cost the average family about $2,400 this year. But the administration says the tariffs will reshape global trade, boost American manufacturing long-term, and return billions of dollars to the U.S. Treasury. As for the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the administration says it will announce a new commissioner in the next few days.
Now to the wildfires causing havoc in the West. Excessive heat, dry conditions, and gusty winds are fueling more than 30 fires in 11 states, including Arizona, Utah, and California. And in California, the fast-moving Gifford fire is approaching 50,000 acres. Crews, as you can see from this video, are trying to get control of the flames as evacuations have now been ordered in 2 counties.
New details in last week's deadly mass shooting in Midtown Manhattan. According to ESPN, gunman Shane Tamura sought treatment for debilitating headaches for years, which reportedly included receiving injections in the back of his head. The ESPN report also says the 27-year-old underwent annual MRI exams and other treatments to try and diagnose the pain. Tamura played high school football. Police found a note in his pocket claiming he had CTE.
Overseas, Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is said to be pushing for a military solution to free the hostages in Gaza. President Trump's special envoy met with hostage families over the weekend, and thousands of protesters filled the streets of Tel Aviv, demanding that Israel end the war and bring the remaining hostages home. ABC's Ian Pannell has more.
So Steve Witkoff met with the families of hostages still being held. It was a closed-door meeting, but we've managed to obtain some of the audio from it. What he told them was, we are very, very close to a solution to end this war. What does that mean? Well, he says that Hamas has said that they are prepared to demilitarize, which is frankly mystifying because publicly, at least, that's not what they're saying. He also says that there's a plan to bring all hostages home at once. Again, mystifying because they're struggling to bring even small groups home over the last few weeks. An Israeli official also telling ABC News that Prime Minister Netanyahu is pushing to expand the military operation to release the hostages through a military solution.
All right, Ian, thank you for that update. President Trump says Steve Witkoff may also go to Russia this week. He could hold meetings with Russian officials ahead of Trump's Saturday deadline for Vladimir Putin to agree to a ceasefire in Ukraine or face sanctions. And Trump confirmed last night that nuclear-powered submarines have been deployed near Russia. The move is in response to threats by a top Russian official warning that each ultimatum from Trump is a step toward war.
Well, from Russia to Rome, Pope Leo was greeted like a rock star as he spoke to more than 1 million young people at what is known as the Catholic Woodstock. The American pontiff made his first major appeal to the faith's next generation. Here's ABC's Marcus Moore.
The Vatican hoping scenes like this, a crowd of more than 1 million young people from nearly 150 countries, will energize the church's push to appeal to the next generation of Catholics. The Catholic Youth Festival on the outskirts of Rome, the highlight of the Vatican's 2025 Holy Year, this week's Youth Jubilee. Pope Leo is the Catholic Church's first American pope, something special for the many Americans there. Here you could see American flags waving above the massive crowd at Tor Vergata Field.
It was beautiful. It was powerful to receive his blessing and to know that he is our Father. He is our Holy Father.
Pope Leo calling for peace amidst the man-made tragedies unfolding in conflicts across the globe. His message, one of hope and healing for the world's youth.
We are with the young people of Gaza. We are with the young people of Ukraine.
Pope Leo clearly making an effort to connect with young people. There was Sunday's Mass before 1 million people, and then before that, he met with young Catholic influencers, encouraging them to share the church's message of hope. Marcus Moore, ABC News, London.
Marcus, thank you. All right, let's look at some sports now.
Yeah, let's talk about some tension in Boston and a not-so-loving look in track and field. ABC's Danny News here.
Hello.
With more. Hey, Danny.
Yeah, guys. Friction was in the air. A busy weekend in sports, including some angry on-field moments. This one first in Boston over the weekend. It was a Saturday. Astros, Red Sox. Boston's Trevor Story is on second. And you're going to see Houston's Hector Neris. He intentionally balks him to third. That moves him from possibly, perhaps, maybe stealing signs, watching where the hand is on the ball to tell his hitter, to signal to him what kind of pitch he might be throwing. When the inning ended, you see Neris has words with Boston's third base coach. The dugout's empty. And if you remember, back in 2017, the Astros were disciplined by Major League Baseball for stealing signs in the World Series, as Andrew might call it. And when Red Sox manager Alex Cora was one of the coaches for the Astros back then, so you can see why they would think maybe they're stealing signs this time. You remember this. And then they were disciplined again in 2018. But they did not really confirm or deny it after the game. They said maybe, maybe not. Okay, next, a post-race stare-down with Olympic gold medalist Noah Lyles. He comes in from behind to beat Kenny Bednarik in the 200 meters at yesterday's U.S. track championships and gives this look, and look at that! Shoves him. They eventually kind of shook hands. It didn't seem the friendliest. They're used to competing with each other. But that's a dangerous shove from behind when you're coming back from running.
Yeah, he could have gotten in big trouble if he had fallen.
Yeah,
he
won the gold.
Look.
Heat at the heat, right? You know, there was a little heated moment at the track.
Yeah, in the heat, in this heat. But he did stare him down, which is, a cold-blooded thing to do to your fellow U.S. competitor for the future Olympics. And back to baseball. It took 2 days, a little rain delay, but Atlanta beat Cincinnati in MLB's Speedway Classic. 85,000 tickets were sold for the game at Tennessee's Bristol Motor Speedway. It started Saturday night, a little inclement weather, finally got going Sunday. There were some fun pictures online of like seats that didn't exactly face baseball.
Yeah, I mean, it's tough.
So there were some poles involved. But still cool.
Partial view is what
Yeah,
they
if
write,
you will.
and then you get there and you're like, I can't see anything. I've fallen for that before.
It's for NASCAR.
All right, coming up, a 6-year-old boy's encounter with an octopus in captivity.
Plus, the encounter with a whale in the waters off New Jersey that ended up being deadly for the whale.
And later, highballing property tax assessments. The ABC News investigation. You're watching World News Now.
Talk to me about the quality of life and just how a stair lift can change that.
Things that they enjoy every day, hobbies, things that they've shared with loved ones. We had a story of a lady, she would watch the sunset with her husband. She lost access to that area of the house for several years. Giving her the opportunity to do that was amazing.
When you buy from Acorn Stairlifts, you're not only receiving the gold standard in manufacturing, you're buying from the most trusted name in the industry. Acorn Club monitors your stairlift activity, providing you and your family with peace of mind.
I really get a sense for just how slimlined this is. Look at all the space that I have here.
Acorn stays with you for the life of the stairlift with our comprehensive service and maintenance support.
For you at home, are you ready for your peace of mind? Liberate yourself. Get yourself an Acorn Stairlift today.
Call Acorn Stairlifts at 800-319-0809.
Salt and Peppa, loved by millions. And similar to what Taylor Swift went through, they're in a legal battle to regain control of their music catalog. Now this morning.
Just give me a little something. Here I go, here I go, here I go again.
They're on
Good Morning America.
We're back now with tense moments in the waters off New Jersey. A whale, which witnesses say looked to be in distress, tipped over a boat yesterday, knocking a woman on board into the bay. The animal was apparently trying to get to deeper water. Authorities say the whale later died. The woman was not injured.
A Texas mom is calling for change after a frightening encounter with an octopus that latched onto her son's arm in an interactive exhibit in San Antonio, and it left him bruised. ABC's Morgan Norwood has the details.
This morning, a Texas mom sounding the alarm after her 6-year-old son's strange encounter with an octopus at the San Antonio Aquarium last month.
We don't blame the octopus. This is definitely on the aquarium, and we're hoping to see change.
Brittany Tarrant says she took her animal-loving son Leo to his favorite exhibit at the aquarium 3 weeks ago, the touch tank of the giant Pacific octopus. But she says when Leo touched the animal, something unusual happened.
Very, very quickly, the tentacles started to wrap around his arm, and he said, "Mom, I can't get away." And so I grabbed him, and I tried pulling him away from the glass.
It felt like my mom and the octopus were playing tug-of-war with my arm.
Taryn says it took 3 employees about 5 minutes to pry the octopus off of Leo, its suction cups leaving these marks on his arm.
He had suction marks from his fingertips to where?
All in my armpit.
Taryn posting about the incident in a now viral TikTok video with more than 2 million views and sparking debate about the octopus's safety. She also says she expressed her concerns to the USDA in a letter. In a statement, the agency telling ABC News that the San Antonio Aquarium is licensed and that they most recently inspected the San Antonio Aquarium on April 2nd, 2025, and did not identify any non-compliant items under the Animal Welfare Act. However, octopus are not a regulated species under the AWA.
Ultimately, we would love to save this octopus from this dangerous habitat and environment. We could start at even just this touch tank needs to be monitored because it isn't safe.
Experts say this behavior by an octopus has been known to happen, but could be surprising for visitors.
These touch tanks are really common around the world, and it lets people kind of connect with animals and feel animals, but they are wild animals. Just like our pets at home will sometimes act in ways that we don't expect.
As for Leo and the octopus, he says there's no hard feelings.
It's one of my friends, so I like when I see it.
Okay, our thanks to Morgan Norwood. That's pretty intense there. More animal encounters, though, we have coming up, in this time in Florida. Check out what was pulled from a pool. A deputy in St. Augustine recovered this alligator Saturday and took it away in his patrol car to a nearby pond.
It's a little one.
Yeah, much slower reptiles also made the headlines. The Tour de Turtle race took place in the appropriately named Marathon Florida Friday, Marathon Keys, right? The participants are usually nesting females.
So sweet there. We love good animal stories. I can't believe that deputy put the alligator in his patrol car. Coming up, the film festival has become an annual tradition at Martha's Vineyard, celebrating Black cinema and Black culture.
But first, the startling disparity in property taxes between neighborhoods in many of America's cities. The ABC News investigation into highballing tax assessments. That's next. You're watching World News Now.
We are a law firm that only represents mesothelioma victims and their families. Do you have questions about paying medical bills, getting the best medical treatment, finding a specialist, or getting the compensation you deserve? If so, we've been offering free information about mesothelioma to victims and their families for over 10 years. Mesothelioma is really all we do. Call us now for this free book.
Call us at 800-511-5400 or go to mesobook.com. World News Now continues after this from our ABC stations.
Get a new HVAC system from ARS Rescue Rooter for just $171 a month and take up to 180 months to pay. Trust the pros at ARS to provide your family with years of uninterrupted comfort. Call 305-235-7213 to schedule your appointment.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. Why should you hire America's largest injury law firm for your case? There's a lot of reasons. When you use Uber or Lyft, you're taking a gamble. You have no idea who that driver is. Were they paying attention to their phone or GPS and not the road? Injured in an Uber or Lyft accident, you could have a big case. We became the largest injury law firm in the world for a reason. There's only one Morgan & Morgan. ForThePeople.com.
When your home breaks down, you need help fast. Call ARS Rescue Rooter and take $50 off any cooling or heating repair over $200. Trust ARS Rescue Rooter to bring comfort and calm back to your home. Call 305-235-7213 to schedule your appointment.
One of the most respected newspaper publishers of the 20th century, a fearless woman who rose to power, becoming Katharine Graham for the first time ever on broadcast television. And it's on the one and only Local 10, Sunday, August 10th at 7 p.m. Presented by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
While President Trump's newly passed Big Beautiful Bill Act promises to reduce income taxes across the board, there's one tax that almost never goes down. We're talking property taxes.
And now a new analysis by our ABC-owned television station's data team is revealing a troubling trend known as highballed tax assessments.
Yeah, in many cases, it is forcing a lot of Americans out of their homes. Here's ABC's Rachel Scott.
For 70-year-old Benita Anderson, this Baltimore house became a safe haven, a place that her 5 children and 8 grandchildren could call their own. But a cancer diagnosis in 2020 changed everything.
When I started feeling better, that's when I got the mail.
Then it was a letter from the city of Baltimore letting her know she owed about $5,000 in back taxes from the last year.
That's what I paid. But they say they applied that to other tax years versus applying it to the year that it was for.
By 2022, the city of Baltimore put a lien on Benita's house that was then auctioned off to the highest bidder. Benita is one of many across the country who found herself highballed, facing disproportionately high property tax bills and ultimately losing her home at a government sale. Property taxes are based on an assessment, the government's best guess of how much a home is worth. Take Benita's old neighborhood as an example, where 97% of residents are Black, and the typical tax bill is around $3,800. A few miles away in the majority white Baltimore neighborhood of Cross Country, homeowners tend to pay lower taxes, but their homes are actually worth 50% more.
In suburbia, where you have a high level of segregation, the people who are being taxed unfairly based on not accurately capturing the value of their home are people of color.
In Baltimore, where Benita lives, 92% of properties listed at tax sales from 2019 through 2023 were in majority non-white neighborhoods. And an analysis by ABC News and its own station's data journalism team found that this is a nationwide pattern, causing thousands of people in communities like Benita's to lose their homes each year. We found on average, people in those neighborhoods pay disproportionately high property taxes compared to those in majority white neighborhoods, at times even in the same county. Benita, now living with her daughter, joined a lawsuit claiming the city of Baltimore broke federal law by selling her house to a private company for pennies on the dollar. The city has defended its actions in court, saying it notified Benita as required, adding the city did not profit from the sale.
This works for the government because it sells the liens promptly, and it works for the tax sale purchasers.
In 2023, the U.S. Supreme Court ruled that local governments could not profit from tax sales. Instead, the court ruled that homeowners have a constitutional right to any payments beyond taxes and penalties they owe. Many states across the country have recently changed their laws in light of that Supreme Court decision. Some municipalities even go beyond what the court required, taking extra steps to keep vulnerable homeowners in their homes, like requiring in-person notifications before a sale or offering payment plans to redeem a home after it's been sold.
The federal answer to lower local property taxes is more funding for local services. They need more help from Congress and the White House.
As the Trump administration has slashed the federal budget, local governments will have to make up the difference to provide the same services. Experts say they will likely rely more on property taxes, which in turn could mean more situations like Benita's, where homeowners in majority non-white neighborhoods too often pay more than their fair share.
You bought that home with dreams of this idea of passing it on generation to generation.
Mm-hmm.
What happened to that dream now?
Doesn't really seem fair, does it?
No, it does not. Property taxes just seem to keep going up, guys.
Our thanks to Rachel Scott for that. We'll be right back.
They are some of the hottest videos on social media. Those videos claiming to instantly get rid of bags under your eyes. Annette Figueroa is here to tell us why she says this one is for real.
This one is for real. And what it does is it tightens and lifts the appearance of bags underneath your eyes. And not only does it work on the bags, it works on the appearance of crow's feet, fine lines, and wrinkles.
Try it today for only $14.95, plus get free shipping. Visit Plexadermtrial.com or call the number on your screen.
I'm Jonathan Lawson, here to tell you about life insurance through the Colonial Penn program. If you're age 50 to 85 and looking to buy life insurance on a fixed budget, remember the 3 Ps.
What are the 3 Ps?
The 3 Ps of life insurance on a fixed budget are price, price, and price. A price you can afford, a price that can't increase, and a price that fits your budget.
I'm 54. What's my price?
You can get coverage for $9.95 a month.
I'm 65 and take medications. What's my price?
Also $9.95 a month.
I just turned 80. What's my price?
$9.95 a month for you too. If you're age 50 to 85, call now about the #1 most popular whole life insurance plan available through the Colonial Penn program. Options start at $9.95 a month. No medical exam, no health questions. Your acceptance is guaranteed. And this plan has a guaranteed lifetime rate lock, so your rate can never go up for any reason. So call now for free information, and you'll also get this free beneficiary planner. And it's yours free, just for calling. So call now for free information.
Call 1-800-618-9995 for your free information and your free gift. That's 1-800-618-9995. Don't wait. 1-800-618-9995. Call now.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. With so many mesothelioma lawyers on television, how do you choose the right firm for you and your family? Our goal is to get you as much as you deserve. $30 billion was set aside for mesothelioma victims like you. If you've been diagnosed with mesothelioma, we'll come to you within 24 hours so our team can get to work right away. Call us now. There's only one Morgan & Morgan.
Call 1-800-602-3400.
I've been telling you, everything is going to change.
And this is when it does. The strongest couples are going to be faced with the possibility of leaving with $500,000.
What the?
It's like Bachelor Pad taken to a whole new level.
I'm excited to see the phony relationships ripping apart at the seams. It was nice knowing you guys.
Roll out those lazy, hazy, crazy days of summer. Those days of soda and pretzel.
High summer season has arrived in Martha's Vineyard.
The island off the coast of Cape Cod is once again shining the spotlight on the best of black cinema.
It's also shining light on a community that has historically and to this day served as a sanctuary. Here's ABC's Janae Norman.
History and culture honored and cultivated in Martha's Vineyard, marking the 23rd African American Film Festival in Oak Bluffs. The vibrant and charming town, tucked away in the island's lush North Shore, served as a safe haven for black people seeking refuge from racial segregation.
During the Civil Rights Movement, it was like a place for rest and relaxation. Martin Luther King, Bayard Rustin, Harry Belafonte, and other people.
Now it's a cultural hub and summer hotspot rooted in legacy, celebration, and a place of belonging. The 9-day annual film festival drawing visitors from around the country, featuring black filmmakers, actors, and influential voices. A host of A-listers taking center stage like Debbie Allen, Spike Lee, Issa Rae, Tracee Ellis Ross, and former First Lady Michelle Obama.
I think the thing that brings folks to the film festival are these variety of stories of the black experience.
The lineup featuring thought-provoking films and features, plus powerful documentaries like A Portrait of the American Dream, Oak Bluffs.
It's a story of black aspiration, black success, in a time and place where that was far from guaranteed in most parts of the country.
Director Cole Brown, who spent his summers on the vineyard, draws on his memories of historic Inkwell Beach and Shearer Cottage, the oldest black-owned inn on the island.
We wanted to reach out to the community and say, you know, hey, what stories have really created this place that has become so special for Black history.
The documentary, teaming up with designer Ralph Lauren in historically black colleges Morehouse and Spelman. The project paying homage to the storied history of Oak Bluffs and celebrating the island's undeniable style with its line, Polo Ralph Lauren for Oak Bluffs. Honoring residents and visitors who found refuge in this seaside town for more than a century.
We are striving to participate in the American dream, and this was a place where you could be around folks who had that same mindset, and I think that holds even true today.
Such a nice story by Janae Norman there. Thank you for that, Janae. This festival goes through August 9th.
Yeah,
right?
Well, it's nice. We got about a week left.
Yeah.
And do you remember when you and I met Spike Lee together on a shoot last year?
At Barclays?
At Barclays, remember that?
That's the second time I've met him.
Yellow is known for optimism. Blue is strong and reliable. Combine them, and you get more than green. You get Amscot with cash advances from $50 to $1,000.
Many branches open 24/7.
Get started at amscot.com.
The bugs everybody loves are coming to town. It's OVO by Cirque du Soleil. The classic is back and better than ever, with a swarm of new acts, new costumes, and a wild new stage. It's a night of high-flying fun for everyone. OVO, from August 14 to 17 in Miami and August 20 to 24 in Sunrise. Get your tickets today at CirqueDuSoleil.com.
School's almost back, but first, let's have some fun. It's the Children's Trust Family Expo, packed with music, shows, and back-to-school supplies. Join us August 2nd at the Fuchs Pavilion at Miami-Dade Fairgrounds. We'll even help you get there. It's easy with an Uber voucher, good for up to $15 each way. Free entry, free parking, free family joy. Visit thechildrenstrust.org/Family Expo for details. Let's go to the Family Expo. Uber voucher terms and conditions apply.
At All American Roofing, we do things a little differently. We go out of our way to make our customers happy. Sometimes way out of the way. But that's because at All American Roofing, we care about doing things right, about doing things well, and about our customers being happy when the work is done. That's why going the extra mile is what we're all about. All American Roofing. Service you can trust.
Good night.
Need cash fast? 24-hour access could be closer than you think with Amscot.
With cash advances from $50 to $1,000 and no credit check.
Get started at amscot.com.
Amscot. Real access 24/7.
Julie Durden and the Local 10 Morning News Team, your weather authority.
Right now on Good Morning America First Look, Democrats flee Texas to delay approval of a new congressional map that would hand Republicans more seats in Congress. The governor now threatening to remove those Democrats from office if they don't return by this afternoon. The nationwide impact as blue state governors threaten to follow Texas and redraw their maps.
Growing concern about the economy. A top economist warning the U.S. is now on the verge of a recession, with more tariffs set to take effect, everything from coffee to fruits and vegetables. This as the Trump administration defends firing the official who oversaw last week's gloomy jobs report.
A developing story, a wildfire spreading near Santa Barbara, California, forcing evacuations, and in the east, wildfire smoke from Canada triggering air quality alerts.
Advertising backlash. First it was American Eagle, now why Dunkin' is causing controversy with its newest ad.
Caught on camera, a whale crashes into a boat, throwing a woman overboard.
Remembering Lonnie Anderson, the actress whose marriage to Burt Reynolds became tabloid fodder. What she said about looks, love, and redefining the working woman in Hollywood.
And later, a race with a remarkable photo finish.
From ABC News, this is Good Morning America First Look.
Good Monday morning, everyone. I'm Andrew Dimber.
And I'm Rhiannon Alley. We begin with the high-stakes battle over a new congressional map.
Republicans in Texas are redrawing the lines, trying to gain more seats in the U.S. House. But Democrats are protesting, fleeing the state to postpone the vote. And overnight, the governor imposing a new deadline.
This is a story with national consequences as more states threaten to follow Texas and redraw their maps. ABC's Nicole D'Antonio is going to explain it for us. Nicole, good morning.
Well, Rhiannon, good morning to you. This fight in Texas escalated overnight as more leaders in blue states make threats of their own. This morning, Texas Governor Greg Abbott is threatening to remove Democratic state lawmakers from office after they fled the state to delay a new Republican-backed redistricting map.
So you see me? Look at here. Bye. I'm out.
Democrats posting videos of their departure breaking quorum, the minimum number of lawmakers needed to conduct business, in a bid to stall the controversial map, which would shift 5 congressional seats to Republicans.
We're going to do what we need to do. We're employing all the tools that we have.
Democrats say the new map, which carves up cities like Deep Blue Austin into multiple red districts, is a racial gerrymander aimed at diluting Black and Latino voters and helping President Trump hold on to the House in the midterm elections next year.
They're turning our districts into crazy shapes to guarantee the outcome they want in the 2026 elections. If this power grab succeeds, they will hang on to power without any accountability from the voters.
Many flying to New York, Massachusetts, and Illinois, where Governor J.B. Pritzker is now considering redrawing the Illinois congressional map to counter the one being drawn in Texas.
You've had to leave behind your families, your full-time jobs, your communities, and you did it to protect the voting rights of the people that you represent.
Texas Republicans argued the new map is legal and is being redrawn for political reasons, not racial ones. Governor Abbott citing race-based constitutional concerns from the Justice Department. In a late-night letter, Abbott said the walkout by Democrats amounts to an abandonment or forfeiture of an elected state office, and he threatened to remove Democrats from office if they don't return by 3 p.m. today. The Texas Attorney General has said lawmakers could be arrested.
And the House rules and the Senate rules both allow for these people to be arrested if they leave.
The Texas Republican Party calling Democrats cowards and demanding law enforcement hunt down those who think they are above the law. Now, California Governor Gavin Newsom is also pushing a special election to redraw the map in his state in favor of the Democrats. Andrew.
All right, Nicole, thank you. Now to the wildfires raging in the western U.S. The Gifford Fire is growing in California's San Luis Obispo and Santa Barbara counties, now at more than 40,000 acres. 3 people have been injured. Multiple areas in both counties have been ordered to evacuate. Meanwhile, smoke from the wildfires in Canada is spreading into the Northeast, with air quality alerts extending from the upper Midwest to New York. We'll check your forecast in just a few moments.
New details about the suspect on the run after a quadruple murder in Tennessee. A prosecutor back in 2020 warned that Austin Drummond was not capable of living among society. At the time, he was serving time for a robbery. His 4 alleged victims were found last week. Police say Drummond's relationship to the victims was familial. Drummond was out on bond this time after being accused of attempted murder. Another big manhunt this morning, this one for the man accused of fatally shooting 4 people inside a bar in Montana. Police say Army veteran Michael Paul Brown, seen here shirtless while fleeing the scene, lives next to the Owl Bar in the town of Anaconda. They say he walked into the bar Friday and opened fire. His family says he struggled with mental health issues.
We turn now to growing concerns about a recession with new tariffs about to take effect. This morning, a top economist warns the U.S. is on the precipice of a recession with consumer spending flatlining. This after a troubling jobs report. The unemployment rate rising to 4.2% in July, with the economy adding only 73,000 jobs. The Bureau of Labor Statistics also revising the job numbers for May and June, saying there were 258,000 fewer jobs created than previously thought. On Friday, President Trump abruptly fired the nonpartisan head of the Bureau of Labor Statistics, Erica McIntyre, claiming without providing evidence that the weaker-than-expected jobs report was manipulated.
I think her numbers were wrong, just like I thought her numbers were wrong before the election.
The president also claiming McIntyre previously inflated the job numbers to help then Vice President Harris before the 2024 election.
And then right after the election, they announced that those numbers were wrong. It's a scam, in my opinion.
Critics claiming it's not possible that the data was manipulated.
This is a preposterous charge. These numbers are put together by teams of literally hundreds of people following detailed procedures.
But the Trump administration says the number of revisions to job numbers over the years is evidence they cannot be trusted.
It's the president's highest priority that the data be trusted and that people get to the bottom of why these revisions are so unreliable.
The jobs report comes as consumers brace for new tariffs set to take effect this week. The prices of some everyday goods, including coffee, fruits, vegetables, and medicine, all expected to rise. Clothing and shoes expected to go up too.
The tariffs are definitely a little scary, so I'm trying to get everything ahead of time.
A recent report shows the tariffs implemented by President Trump are the highest in nearly a century and will cost the average family about $2,400 this year. But the administration says the tariffs will reshape global trade, boost American manufacturing long-term, and return billions of dollars to the U.S. Treasury. As for the Bureau of Labor Statistics, the administration plans to announce a new commissioner soon.
Israeli Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu is reportedly pushing for a military solution to free the remaining hostages held by Hamas in Gaza. Thousands of protesters turned out in Tel Aviv, demanding Israel end the war. President Trump's special envoy also met with hostage families over the weekend. Hamas now says it may allow the Red Cross to deliver aid to the hostages as the hunger crisis in Gaza worsens.
Now to the death of Lonnie Anderson, the actress whose marriage to Burt Reynolds became constant tabloid fodder. But it was her career that left a more permanent mark. ABC's Allison Cossack explains.
I don't get coffee, Mr. Carlson. We agreed. You have to draw the line somewhere.
Lonnie Anderson was best known for her role in the 80s hit comedy WKRP in Cincinnati.
Okay, how about later at my place?
You're married, Herb.
Oh, yeah.
Anderson played the smart, sexy, empowered receptionist Jennifer Marlowe at a struggling radio station. She had to change her hair from brunette to blonde for the role, which she originally turned down.
I liked the show, but I didn't like the role. And so I refused. I went in and said on my little soapbox, I think she's just a hero of your messages window dressing. And I went in and met with Hugh Wilson, who said, let's make her look like Lana Turner and be the smartest person in the room.
She also starred on the big screen in the comedy Stroker Ace with Burt Reynolds, later marrying Reynolds, the two becoming tabloid fixtures before their messy divorce in 1994. Anderson detailed their tumultuous marriage in her autobiography, My Life in High Heels.
You know, like anybody with a substance abuse problem, you apologize, but then it happens again.
Looking back on her career, Anderson said she hoped she would be remembered for changing the look of a young woman with a career.
Beauty is not something that's hard to come by in this city. So if they were looking for the most beautiful girl in the town, I wouldn't be it. So I had to fall back on my talent. And my looks could help me get in the door, but they won't help you stay there.
Anderson saying this about growing old in front of the camera.
It's lovely to go, not really aging gracefully because I'm kicking and screaming all the way, but it still is nice to embrace what you are.
Anderson was married 4 times and had a daughter and son. She died after a prolonged illness days before her 80th birthday. Rhiannon, Andrew? All right, Allison, thank you for that. It is time now for your Monday weather.
Good Monday morning. The flash flood threat will continue over the southeast, particularly western Georgia, eastern Alabama, parts of the panhandle of Florida. Could be thunderstorms producing 1 to 3 inches of rain per hour as we head into the afternoon. Air quality issues that have plagued the Great Lakes over the weekend will move into parts of the northeast during the day today. Air quality alerts for parts of New York, up in portions of New England as well. And the heat, the big story out west. If you thought it was hot this past weekend in Phoenix, check out by Wednesday. Could be challenging record highs up to 118. By then, meteorologist Jeff Smith, ABC News.
Coming up, a worker strike vote at Boeing.
But first, a whale crashes into a boat, throwing a woman overboard.
And the record set as the first ever Major League Baseball game is played at an auto racetrack. Why critics say it was far short of a grand slam.
Some people just know they could save hundreds on car insurance by checking Allstate first.
Is that your car?
Yeah. No.
Like you know to check your sunroof is closed first, before going through the car wash.
Darn it.
Yeah, checking first is smart. So check Allstate first and save when you click or call. You're in good hands with Allstate.
When you really need to sleep, you reach for the really good stuff. ZzzQuil Ultra helps you sleep better and longer when you need it most. It's non-habit forming and powered by the makers of NyQuil. ZzzQuil Ultra, when you really, really need to sleep.
Kellogg's cereal. Grain, sugar, salt, malt. That's it, in case you were wondering. Plus vitamins and minerals. Oh, and ice cold milk.
My generalized myasthenia gravis was unpredictable and limited what I could do. But Ultomiris is continuous symptom control with improvement in activities of daily living. It is reduced muscle weakness, and Ultomiris is the only long-acting GMG treatment with the freedom of just 6 to 7 infusions per year. For a predictable routine, I can count on.
Ultomiris may lower your ability to fight infections, increasing your chance of serious meningococcal and other infections, which may become life-threatening or fatal. Complete or update meningococcal vaccines at least 2 weeks before you start. If treatment is urgent, you should receive antibiotics with your vaccines. Don't start if you have a meningococcal infection. Infusion reactions may include back, belly, limb, or chest pain, muscle spasms, blood pressure changes, tiredness, shaking chills, bad taste, breathing problems, or face, tongue, or throat swelling. Ultomiris is continuous symptom control. Talk to your neurologist today.
Salt and Peppa, loved by millions. And similar to what Taylor Swift went through, they're in a legal battle to regain control of their music catalog. This morning, they're on
Good Morning America.
We are back now with the moment a whale crashed into this boat, tipping the boat onto its side, sending a woman into the water. This was off the southern coast of New Jersey, and witnesses say the whale appeared to be in distress.
You couldn't get out of the way in time because you never knew which way he was going to go.
Authorities say the whale later died, but the woman is okay.
Some scary moments in New York when the marquee of this hotel in Brooklyn suddenly came crashing down. The building sits above a subway station. The shaking may have contributed to the collapse. It also followed a small earthquake in neighboring New Jersey, which sent people scrambling. No major damage was reported.
New details this morning about the gunman who killed 4 people inside the building that houses NFL headquarters in New York. ESPN reports Shane Tamura sought treatment for headaches for years. He also reportedly underwent annual MRI exams to try to diagnose the pain. Tamura played high school football, and police found a note claiming he had CTE. The lobby of the building on Park Avenue will reopen today. And breaking overnight, workers going on strike at Boeing. More than 3,000 workers in Missouri and Illinois went on strike at midnight after rejecting a contract offer. The workers build fighter jets, and Boeing says it is prepared for the work stoppage with a plan to use non-union workers.
A new record for Major League Baseball. Its first ever game held inside an auto racetrack set an attendance record with more than 90,000 fans. But the game at Bristol Speedway in Tennessee had to be postponed after just one inning Saturday night because of rain. And some fans claim the concessions were running out of food and serving subpar items. The game was finally played yesterday. The Braves beat the Reds.
Coming up, our exclusive with Salt and Peppa taking on their music label in court.
Also ahead, first it was American Eagle. Now Dunkin' is causing controversy with its newest ad.
Be the one thing that can change everything. Be bold. Be authentic. Be brilliant. Be the unexpected. Be an open heart. Be true. The beauty. The laughter. The laughter. In a world where you can be anything. Be love. Be love. Be love. Be love. My love is your love. Pandora.
Incoming dishes! Doc! Dawn Power Wash flies through 99% of grease and grime in half the time.
Yeah, it absorbs grease 5 times faster. Even replaces multiple cleaning products.
Ooh, those suds got game.
Dawn Power Wash, the better grease getter.
When did I call Leaf Filter? When I saw my gutters overflowing onto my porch.
Leaf Filter is a permanent gutter solution, so you never have to worry about costly damage from clogged gutters again.
It's the easiest call you can make.
Call 833-LEAF-FILTER today or visit leaffilter.com.
University of Maryland Global Campus believes in its students. You can get credit for life and job experience that translated to coursework and helps cut down the cost of school. UMGC helped me become a highly attractive candidate in the job market.
Purina cares here.
You work to keep your home clean, but you notice buildup on your vents. That's caused by hidden dirt in your air ducts. Call Stanley Steamer to deep clean your air ducts so you can breathe easier.
Stanley Steamer gets your home cleaner.
Greatness hurts, and so can being a fan. That's why we're there with fast, effective pain relief. That's Tylenol. That's care without limits.
With USPS Ground Advantage, it's like you're with us every step of the way.
Right on time.
Stay in the know from your dock to their door.
60% of women experience leaks with bladder protection pads. Try Always Discreet. It locks leaks in seconds to keep you drier and bunches 25% less often than Poise. Try Always Discreet. It's designed to protect.
A new warning about great white sharks on the West Coast after this 15-footer was spotted off Santa Monica. A paddleboarder could be seen nearby. Meanwhile, in Florida, a shark battled a stingray in Panama City. Experts say it's typically hammerheads that prey on stingrays. And a different kind of threat in this backyard pool in Florida. A sheriff's deputy removing this alligator, which was not very happy to leave. It was placed in the patrol car and then sent to a nearby pond.
Well, hip-hop pioneers Salt and Peppa are locked in a battle over their music 40 years after they shot to fame.
Push it good. Push it real good.
We all know that iconic song, and the women who make up the rap duo, Cheryl James and Sandra Denton, are suing Universal Music Group over what is known as termination rights. They told our Robin Roberts Universal already removed some of their hits from streaming platforms.
When you're an artist, in the beginning, you sign a contract saying that the copyrights will revert back to you after 35 years. And we've done all the things legally to get our copyrights back, but they're just refusing, so we had to sue them.
Yeah, it's the law. That's what it really boils down to.
Universal claims Salt and Peppa cannot exercise their termination rights, in part because they weren't the ones who actually signed the contract. Later on Good Morning America, they tell Robin how being women in the industry makes their fight even more challenging.
We turn now to the advertising controversy surrounding two well-known brands. First, American Eagle, and now Dunkin'.
If Sydney Sweeney is a registered Republican, I think her ad is fantastic.
This morning, the controversy over Sydney Sweeney's American Eagle ad has reached the White House.
My jeans are blue.
Sydney Sweeney has fur jeans.
The ad gained attention last month for its play on the word jeans, as in denim pants, and genes, as in genetics. Many saying it plays on the themes of eugenics.
The American eugenics movement, in its prime between like 1900 and 1940, weaponized the idea of good genes just to justify white supremacism.
My genes are superior, and by that, I mean white with blonde hair.
But some saying that connection may be going too far.
That might be a bit of an overreaction. Although Hitler did briefly model for Mein Comfort Fit jeans.
As far as I'm concerned, y'all be looking way too deep in
The controversy has gone political, pitting right-wing.
The nonsense where you are not allowed to ever celebrate someone who is white and blonde and blue-eyed.
Against left-wing.
It's not that they want to see more white women. It's that they want to see none of anyone else.
And now a second ad, this time from Dunkin', featuring actor Gavin Castellano, drawing similar scrutiny.
This tan? Genetics. I just got my color analysis back. Guess what? Golden summer. Literally.
Critics quickly noting the timing and drawing parallels to Sweeney's campaign.
Talking about genetics? It's weird. It's weird.
No comment from Duncan, but American Eagle is defending its ad, saying it is and always was about the genes. Her story, great genes, look good on everyone. American Eagle, the stock at least, soared after the ad came out. It's up about 5% since last month.
Coming up, the wrestler who pulled 20 cars to set a world record.
But first, a race with a photo finish.
Chase something. More than just a flag. Chase a goal. Chase something. Chase rings. Chase gold.
Chase me.
Nah, chase me. Chase all of it. It's all up for grabs now. NFL flag. Chase something.
What's up? You seem kind of sluggish today.
Things aren't really moving.
You could use some Metamucil.
Metamucil psyllium fiber helps keep your digestive system moving so you can feel lighter and more energetic. Metamucil keeps you moving. And try clear fiber with no grit and no flavor.
You founded your kayak company because you love the ocean, not spreadsheets. You need to hire.
I need Indeed.
Indeed you do. When you sponsor a job on Indeed, candidates can find it easier, so you can hire easier. Visit Indeed.com/hire.
Upset stomach? Iberogast. Indigestion? Iberogast. Bloating? Iberogast. Thanks to a unique combination of herbs, Iberogast helps relieve 6 digestive symptoms to help you feel better. 6 digestive symptoms, the power of nature. Iberogast.
I promise to love you, to feed you the food you deserve.
Blue Buffalo started with a promise to feed our dog Blue the highest quality ingredients, and it lives on in every bowl you fill.
I promise to be your best friend forever.
Your home is your happy place until you come back to bad odors. Use Febreze Plug-In. It has a microchip that alternates between 2 scents to fight odors and provide freshness for up to 50 days. Try Febreze Plug.
Cheerios, 8 grams of tasty protein for a day full of good.
Salt and pepper, loved by millions. And similar to what Taylor Swift went through, they're in a legal battle to regain control of their music catalog. This morning, they're on...
Good morning, America.
Time to check the pulse, and we begin with a surprise move at a WNBA game in Vegas.
A star athlete emerged during the halftime baby crawl race. The contestant decided to get a leg up on the competition, standing up mid-court. Look at this. And then walking to the finish line right into mom's arms.
Go. Her parents were just as surprised. Dad saying that those were her first steps. Get her a basketball immediately.
Absolutely. How adorable. A much slower contest in the Florida Keys, the Torta Turtle race. Took place in Marathon. The participants are usually nesting females. Scientists tracked their migration. Next, wow, this is scary. A bear that sent a blue-haired mascot scrambling.
Bowie, the mascot of the NHL's Seattle Kraken, had to show some quick moves when a real-life bear popped up during a team fishing trip. The Grizzlies started advancing before having second thoughts. All right, next, a little magic of Middle Earth is now up for grabs.
A Hobbit-inspired home in Tennessee can be yours. It's more than 3,000 square feet, 3 beds, 3 baths. It's bunker style, all underground, 38 acres.
It comes furnished for $750,000. And next, an Egyptian wrestler breaking a world record.
He's 44, but he was strong enough to pull 20 vehicles a distance of 10 meters. That's about 32 feet. They combined 59,000 pounds.
Top headlines next.
When the island speaks.
Snorkeling and snorkeling. Tiki bar. Tiki bar.
Water slides.
Oh, really big pool. And hammock.
It's time to escape to the great life with Norwegian Cruise Line. And escape to the hammock life. Ah, now this is the great life. Welcome to the incredible new Great Stirrup K, only with Norwegian Cruise Line.
When you really need to sleep, you reach for the really good stuff. ZzzQuil Ultra helps you sleep better and longer when you need it most. It's non-habit forming and powered by the makers of NyQuil. ZzzQuil Ultra, when you really, really need to sleep.
Kellogg's cereal. Grain, sugar, salt, malt. That's it, in case you were wondering. Plus vitamins and minerals. Oh, and ice cold milk.
Did you know that Gain Super Flings were created by award-winning perfumers and scientists? They supersized the fling and filled it with concentrated detergent, then added 3 times the Febreze freshness and 4 times the Oxy cleaning power. No wonder I'm obsessed. Try Gain Super Flings.
Allergies got you trying every trick? Grab Zyrtec for total relief. It works fast and lasts a full 24 hours. What are you waiting for? Go Z's the day with Zyrtec.
Airwick's cordless essential mist diffuser's perfectly portable fragrance is for the type of person who's always inviting friends to come on over, babe. With adjustable fragrance levels and a wide range of quick change scents, Airwick Essential Mist creates an inviting ambiance every time you host. So you're always ready for anyone to come on over, baby. Airwick, always fragrant, always inviting.
Checking more top stories now. Texas Republicans are set to vote on a redistricting plan that could give them 5 more winnable seats in Congress. But some Democrats left the state last night to delay the vote. The governor's demanding they return this afternoon or risk being removed from their jobs.
Police in Georgia say a 14-year-old is dead after a mass shooting outside an auto parts store in Augusta. 3 other teens were wounded. Several suspects were taken into custody.
President Trump's envoy Steve Witkoff is expected to visit Russia this week. Trump has given Vladimir Putin until Saturday to commit to a ceasefire in Ukraine or face new financial penalties. Meanwhile, today, a Ukrainian drone attack hit a train station in Russia.
A volcano in Russia's far east erupted for the first time in more than 500 years, producing a plume of ash nearly 4 miles high following last week's earthquake in the region.
Today's weather, mostly dry in the west. Storms from Louisiana to South Carolina, warm in the northeast as Canadian wildfire smoke moves in.
And finally, kids enjoying an old-fashioned kind of summer.
Danny New explains.
An ode to summers before technology took over.
I'm Michael. I'm Sam. I'm Jackson. And we're the Creek Crawlers.
A group of kids who go by the Creek Crawlers has been picking up millions of views on social media for embracing the perhaps lost art of just going outside and getting dirty.
We always used to go to the creek and play in it, but we never just thought of this idea. We're the Creek Crawlers.
Their newfound fame came along in June with this first video of the gang getting together for an afternoon of fishing near their homes in Indiana, and now has almost 30 million views. One commenter writes, "Such Stand By Me film vibes." Of course, the movie Stand By Me takes place long before cell phones.
We saw your comments, so we're going to make a fort.
But the group says it's enjoyed hearing from their older followers and taking their recommendations.
How does that make you feel? We're like, oh, this is what we did in the 90s.
It makes me feel like we're doing something right.
Activities include
Me, Miguel,
walking down the creek, a slipping and a sliding,
All right, so this is the hammock we built last time.
and tinkering with their ever-expanding fort. Now, you may have noticed in our interview they were all wearing shirts that said Free Miguel on them, and that's kind of an inside joke with their more than 800,000 followers. You see this happen when one of the kids, named Miguel, had to spend some time in summer school, and many commenters started writing Free Miguel.
I'm Michael.
I'm Lou. I'm Sam. I'm Jackson. I'm Dex.
I'm Miguel.
And I'm Ricky.
Well, thankfully, Miguel is back now, but sadly, it is almost the end of summer. A summer these little Hoosiers feel they will look back on quite fondly.
I also like hanging out with all my friends this summer and like getting closer to them.
And guys, their plan is to launch a store to sell Free Miguel shirts soon, and the crawlers tell me they want to donate some of those proceeds to cancer research.
Oh, that's so nice.
That's your Good Morning America first look.
Have a great day, everyone.
Local 10 Morning News every morning at 4:30 to 11.
Well, right now at 4:30, tragedy on the water. A third child dies days after a sailboat and barge crash near Hibiscus Island.
In a one and only exclusive, a family turns the murder of a mother and son into hope and healing. You're going to hear from her father and how they're honoring their memory.
Prayers answered, the Miami Archdiocese winning access to Alligator Alcatraz to minister to detainees inside.
The one and only Local 10 News starts right now.
Good morning, South Florida. Welcome on into your Monday. I'm Alex Finney.
I had to think about that for a second. Yeah, Monday. Here we go.
Hey.
All right, start of something new. I'm Andrew Perez. Welcome to what we're calling Independence Day here on Local 10, the great TV station you know and trust. Getting even better right now. We're going to serve South Florida in an even bigger way. Local 10 News all morning long, 4:30 a.m. straight through to 11.
That's right. No bias news from different areas, Ivory Towers. This is your Local 10 News, and we are here for you, news for you from people you know and trust. And we want to thank you so much for joining us. So we do begin with Weather Authority meteorologist Amanda Papas.
Good morning there. So we are just happy Independence Day to you. Happy that you are spending time with us today. Let's get your Monday rocking and rolling. Out the door right now, 84 degrees. Winds are coming in from the south, pumping in a ton of moisture, and we do see a 30% chance of rain on the way for you. Stepping outside to 82 for Pembroke Pines, 84 for Miami, 82 for Homestead, 85 for Key Largo. You get the drill. It is mild, it is muggy, it is sticky, and just yucky outside. I'm in for Julie Durda, and thank you so much again for tuning in with us. And as we go throughout the day, we want to help you plan it out. So as we head into that 8 a.m. hour, we're still a little more overcast. We could see a quick spotty little shower along the coast, and then we see more of that sunshine heading into the afternoon hours. That'll warm us back up yet again. But I got to talk about the tropics. We got a tropical update for you. Let's get into it. So we do see that we now have the fourth named storm of the Atlantic hurricane season, Tropical Storm Dexter at this point. It's going to continue to push away from us, though. Thank goodness, we dodged a bullet there. No threat, and it is going to weaken over the next couple of days. Aside from that system, though, we do know that we have a couple different areas to watch. So we do have another area off the southeast over the next 7 days to watch, along with the Atlantic, another tropical wave pushing off.
Okay, we do want to begin this morning with some sad news in connection with a tragedy on the water right off of Miami Beach last Monday.
The Coast Guard confirming a third little girl has now died following a collision between a sailboat and a barge right off Miami Beach. She fought for days with her family by her side, but sadly, she has now passed away.
Video shows the moments before the deadly crash. 5 children were on that boat along with their 19-year-old counselor. They all fell into the water following that collision. Local 10's Brett Neese is in Miami with the new details we are just learning from investigators.
Amidst this horrible update, who is responsible for this crash remains under investigation. Officials tell us that the 10-year-old girl, Ariel Buckman, was surrounded by family here at Jackson Memorial when she passed away. Last week's tragedy on the water has sadly claimed the life of another young sailor. The U.S. Coast Guard providing the somber update Sunday morning that a 10-year-old girl passed away. Her uncle sharing this message on social media saying the family mourns the loss of 10-year-old Ariel. Last week, loved ones grieved for 7-year-old Mila Yankelevich and 13-year-old Aaron Coe, who also died in the crash.
Que la fuimos a dejar, nos despedió. Nos vemos, papi, mami.
We spoke to Coe's father, who told us how devastating this has been.
Estamos muy dolidos del corazón, que era lo único que teníamos.
This video shows the moments before a barge and sailboat collided Monday. sending 5 children and their 19-year-old counselor into the water. A full Coast Guard investigation into how the crash happened is ongoing. On Sunday, officials also announcing a team from Argentina has joined their efforts. The Miami Yacht Club also posting this message saying in part, the devastating news comes after 2 young sailors lost their lives in the immediate aftermath of the tragedy. Now, with the passing of a 3rd sailor, the entire sailing community is shattered by grief. An 8-year-old victim was also treated here at the hospital. We have since learned that they have been released. Now, in addition to that team from Argentina, the Coast Guard has offered an invitation to Chilean authorities to join this investigation because of the nationalities of some of these victims. In Miami, Brett Neese, Local 10 News.
Well, developing this morning, a man in the hospital after divers with Miami Fire Rescue dove into Biscayne Bay to save him. The 45-year-old man, for some still unknown reason, fell into the water near the Casella Center Sunday afternoon. Crews got him out with the help of Miami PD and then rushed him over to Jackson's Ryder Trauma Center, where doctors list him in serious condition. Now to an event in Deerfield Beach to honor a mother and son murdered last year.
A local nonprofit held the grand opening of Madre's Closet Sunday with the goal of making sure no child has to go without basic school supplies. Local 10's Terrell Fournay is in Deerfield Beach with their message.
And the main objective here is providing children with school clothes free of charge, wrapping them with dignity, love, and care, according to organizers. And we know that the kids who live here at the Stanley Terrace apartments in Deerfield Beach, they were the first to benefit from this idea thanks to a partnership with the Deerfield Beach Housing Authority. But those same organizers say this mission is actually much bigger than that. The first order of business for these kids, deciding what they need the most.
Uniform pants, socks, and a uniform shirt, 2 uniform shirts.
A variety of clothes and some toys on full display, and it's all part of the legacy of 23-year-old Marina Guadagnino.
And she had just started school. She wanted to be a teacher. She wanted to work with kids and help kids.
It was June of last year when BSO deputies rushed to a Deerfield Beach block where they found Marina and her 3-month-old son, Andre, both shot dead, and all allegedly at the hands of her estranged husband, who also turned the gun on himself that day.
For our family, it's been a lot of ups and downs.
Marina's parents have since launched a nonprofit foundation aimed at giving back in honor of their slain daughter and grandson. Sunday was the official grand opening or launch of Madre's Closet.
My daughter's name was Marina, which we get the M.A. The baby's name was Dre. So we came up with Madre, which is Spanish for mother. So it's mom's closet, and it just is full of the things that we need.
It's a store giving out uniforms that our kids can be glad to go back to school with.
No other feeling that you get knowing that you're doing something to help someone else.
Everything here donated or purchased in charity for children in need ahead of the start of the school year.
We wanted to turn our hurting into helping.
What would Marina say?
I think she'd be very happy.
So Tony, certainly an emotional father, but a proud father to see this idea come to fruition in this magnitude, especially on this kickoff event. We know that these free resources extends beyond just these school clothes. They also include school supplies and even resources for school lunch for children. In the meantime, we know that Madre's Closet will open its doors in this capacity at least once a month from now on, so children in this community will continue to benefit. Reporting from Deerfield Beach, I'm Terrell Fournay, Local 10 News.
Now to Fort Lauderdale, where a national nonprofit is offering cash to anyone who can help find the people involved in a triple shooting on top of a Fort Lauderdale parking garage back in June.
A Local 10 crime specialist, Bridget Matter, is in Fort Lauderdale with new video detectives really want you to see.
More than a month after 3 people were shot on top of a Fort Lauderdale parking garage, police released new evidence to the public. Detectives say they need help identifying these 3 people. 2 of the 3 are masked and another person peering into a parked car. The video was collected from the parking garage at 200 Las Olas Circle, where young people typically gather in the evening and night. It's where, on June 22nd, around 1:30 in the morning, 3 people were shot.
Gunshots in a car streets away.
Okay, how many gunshots did you hear?
A lot, like
Nah, over like 10 gunshots.
Newly released 911 calls from several callers describe multiple gunshots.
I'm on the rooftop of Las Olas Beach Club right now. I just witnessed a shootout.
And the chaos that followed.
People are running and everybody is fleeing, but the cops just got here.
Police say a group were on the rooftop garage when the suspects approached and began shooting. 3 people were driven to the hospital. An 18 and 19-year-old were treated for their injuries and released. 18-year-old Richard Murray was hospitalized at Broward Medical with critical injuries and underwent multiple surgeries.
We need someone to come forth and give us answers. We don't have any answers.
We spoke to his mother in the days after the shooting. She said he and friends were out celebrating a friend who was about to deploy.
They were at their cars and, just dancing and celebrating her because she's leaving.
The Uvalde Foundation for Kids, a nonprofit dedicated to ending violence, has put up a $2,000 reward for information that leads to the arrest and conviction of the suspects involved. This is in addition to any money put up by Broward Crime Stoppers. Fort Lauderdale police really need the public's help. If you recognize anyone in that video, you're asked to call them. You can always remain anonymous by calling Crime Stoppers at numbers 954-493-TIPS. In Fort Lauderdale, Bridget Matter, Local 10 News.
Also making headlines when President Donald Trump signed his sweeping spending bill, he allotted ICE $75 billion in funding. Part of that funding included hiring more agents, including those working in local sheriff's offices and police departments. Local 10 has obtained a letter touting an incentive of up to $50,000. On top of that, there are reports that ICE's deputy director has also emailed sheriff's deputies and police officers here in Florida and across the country looking to hire them too. Governor Ron DeSantis, in a news conference this week, admitted that could be a problem for our state.
And I know some sheriffs have had concerns, that's happening. It's like, hey, we've been doing all this stuff to help you guys, and now you're trying to poach our people who are already in the fight. Why not recruit additional people to be supplementing that instead of just kind of displacing?
Local 10 has reached out to the Miami-Dade and Broward County Sheriff's offices. Both said they're not aware of their deputies getting this letter in the first place.
After playing golf at his club in New Jersey, President Trump talked to reporters at Joint Base Andrews about the war in Ukraine. He said he's considering imposing sanctions on Russia if they don't soon agree to a ceasefire.
And now we're adding towns where they're being hit by missiles. So it's a lot of people being killed in that ridiculous war. And, we stopped a lot of countries from war, India and Pakistan. We stopped a lot of countries.
Well, meanwhile, a top aide to Trump accused India of effectively financing Russia's war in Ukraine by purchasing oil from Moscow.
Well, still coming up here on Local 10 News, a prominent South Florida figure making a really big announcement about visits now to Alligator Alcatraz.
What he had to say as people gathered for a prayer vigil outside the facility this weekend. We come right back.
The only thing worse than hiring no law firm is hiring the wrong law firm. Injured? Call Morgan & Morgan. For the people.
A world broadcast premiere on Local 10, Becoming Katharine Graham, the documentary of a woman who shattered expectations and rewrote history.
Friend said, are you sure you know what you're doing?
One of the most respected newspaper publishers of the 20th century, a fearless woman who rose to power.
With Kay, the newspaper totally came first.
She found her voice and never backed down. Becoming Katharine Graham, for the first time ever on broadcast television. And it's on the one and only Local 10, Sunday at 7 p.m. Presented by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming.
Local10.com en español, your one-stop source for news. Ahora está disponible en español. Catch up on all the latest news, weather, and sports. Visit Local10.com español ahora.
Sponsored by Goya. If it's Goya, it has to be good.
In a quiet neighborhood, danger crackles. But from the halls of comfort, 2 heroes answer the call.
Rock, paper, great overloaded circuits.
Ominous clouds, rolling thunder.
Flashes of lightning.
Dr. Surge.
That high-voltage maniac's back.
Let's go.
Hurry, he's about to zap my appliances.
Not on our watch.
Take that, you dirty rascal.
Deploying Surge Shield in 3, 2.
Thanks, Mr. Sparky.
And pronto.
the power of WPLG Local 10. To learn more, email us at boost@WPLG.com. Call 954-364-2917 and let WPLG Local 10 boost your business.
Rolling sound, quiet.
Reset. Hi, I'm referee number 2. So sorry I'm late. Violation. Red card.
And cut.
I can do it again. Moving on. Oh, we got it.
So this is your car, huh?
Yeah. Bye, guys.
How much are we paying this guy?
I don't even know who that is.
I'm John Morgan of Morgan & Morgan. If you've been injured in a car accident, call America's largest injury law firm. For over 35 years, my mission has been to deliver more for our clients, to deliver more for you. Morgan & Morgan, for the people.
Good morning to you guys. Meteorologist Amanda Pappas here, filling in for Julie Durda. Thanks so much for tuning in. We do see that we have some very humid conditions over the next couple of hours. And look at this. Temperature-wise, we're going to go from the 80s all the way back up into the 90s. And then those rain chances are popping in and out, mainly over our inland zone. So just keep that in mind. But also, I would definitely keep the water bottle in hand for today. You're going to need it. So as we climb into the 90s, we're also taking a look at radar. Already got a couple showers out there, really tiny little baby showers that are coming in from that south and southeast wind. They're going to continue to move towards the north and to the west. Future radar showing us that right there you can see over towards the Everglades and just west of I-95. Starting at lunchtime, already seeing some of those popcorn storms that are firing up. That's what we call that convection. We get it. And we also see that we have the ingredients in place to see a couple more rain chances pop up, which, hey, we love to see it because it is way too hot. But we know that today we're not going to have that heat advisory. So that's great news. We finally break that trend. This past weekend, I was covering all these heat advisories, but still, I would say today's going to be very warm out there. You have to make sure you are taking breaks in the shade and AC because we're still going to be feeling like the triple digits. So right around 2-3 o'clock, that's that sweet spot where some of our inland zones could see some of that rain-cooled air thanks to some of these isolated storms. Not very many of us. It's going to be like winning the rain lottery today, but hey, hopefully it's you. Heading into 4 o'clock, you start to see those rain chances tapering off, especially heading into the evening and overnight hours. We'll see some of that cloud cover, but here's the setup for today. We're steamy. It is sticky out there, and the rain chances are starting to come on in. We love to see it. With more rain, that'll help us out to drop those temperatures just a little bit. And heading into tomorrow, your Tuesday features scattered storms, so that's going to really help to start to drop everything in terms of the temperature. Now, air temperature is going to be right around 92 for today, potentially 93 over towards the beach, but we do know that our UV index is going to be high, so please just be careful out there. Slather on that sunscreen, and looky here, we could be potentially seeing the upper 80s by Thursday thanks to more rain chances.
Well, a victory for the Archdiocese of Miami. Archbishop Thomas Wensky announced on Sunday the state said yes to his request for priests to pastor the people right inside of Alligator Alcatraz.
So Catholic chaplains now can meet the spiritual needs of both detainees and staff. A priest even celebrated the first Mass inside Alligator Alcatraz on Saturday. Outside the facility, another group of prayerful people said they are going to hold a vigil every single Sunday at 5 o'clock to pray for those detainees and the people who put them there. Local 10's Samir Nefsi has more.
Betty began this weeks ago with a prayer vigil and, of course, made a huge impact.
As trucks continue to haul in materials, faithful standing united, hosting the first of what will be weekly reoccurring prayer vigils outside of Alligator Alcatraz. Vigils have become a familiar sight outside of the detention center, crowds gathering in opposition of the immigration facility.
Power when we allow ourselves to be open to the universe and to offer our prayers to God, to take action and to create some kind of movement towards liberation for people that we believe are being abused.
People are outraged at the way that our neighbors, which includes everyone, are being treated.
Concerns from Miccosukee tribe members.
My house is right down the road, so to me, I don't have any choice but to be here and pray at this location and continue to keep attention here.
To impacts on the Everglades.
From like the water to the plants to the air to the people, this is really a tragedy what's happening.
In lawmakers sounding the alarm on humanitarian concerns.
It's all a cruel
tools. Cruelty isn't just the point, it's the strategy.
This as the sign of the makeshift facility continues to be a roadside attraction.
No one is against immigration if you do it legally.
As prayer vigils are marked to be held, glimmers of hope.
Do not stand idly by. That's the takeaway. Don't look away. Don't move on. Talk to everyone you know.
And these prayer vigils are expected to take place every Sunday at 5 p.m. Outside of Alligator Alcatraz, I'm Samir Nafsi, Local 10 News.
Texas House Democrats left the state to delay a vote to rewrite the state's congressional map. Now the politicians flew to Chicago and New York Sunday afternoon. States typically redraw congressional district boundaries once every 10 years following the release of updated population data from the United States Census. But Texas Republicans want to do it now, and the timing comes right before the 2026 midterm elections. If they get their way, the redistricting could eliminate 5 Democratic congressional seats right before voters go to the polls.
Also this, across America, neighbors in Montana continue to leave behind tributes after police say a gunman shot 4 people at a bar. The Montana Attorney General said Sunday there are concerns the suspect might return to the Anaconda area. The manhunt continues for 45-year-old Michael Paul Brown. The state is offering a $7,500 reward for any information leading to his arrest.
After the break, did you see any movies this weekend? I know I haven't, but we have this weekend's box office report.
I know she never does because she doesn't believe in the movies.
I do when I'm in the mood.
Which is
not a lot.
Never. All right, who wins the battle though between sequels and superhero flicks? I really wanted to see Fantastic Four. That's on my list. Find out more when we come right back.
Your wife is hot. Call Air Around the Clock at 1-888-FIX-MY-AC or visit atcair.com.
The road is calling. The fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Visit your Audi dealer today and lease a new 2025 Q6 e-tron Quattro for $499 per month.
Form or function? Should we push the timeline? Will it hold?
Should we outsource?
What do you think?
Do you engineer it to work? Or design it to move? Give them what they want.
It needs to be taller, faster,
even cheaper. Or take things to new places. You've got to build the right team. No, that's the one. Revise it, redo it, develop it. Keep pushing until it's right.
Introducing the business card that gives back all you put in. The new Chase Sapphire Reserve for Business.
It's the summer sales event with the Ford crew.
It's the summer sales event. Great time to buy. Nice weekend, Hank?
Spectacular. Took the family camping, courtesy of Ford F-Series, the best-selling trucks for 48 years. Morgan?
Baseball tournament. Mike Spork at the Homeland Field.
How about you two?
Mud bath.
Now get a 2025 Explorer for $449 a month with 0 down and 0 due at signing, plus 2 years complimentary maintenance. Only at your local Ford dealer.
Well done, Viv. You got the presents, the balloons, and the Raptor cake. Now how about something to put a smile on your face? Aspen Dental provides complete affordable care with dentists and labs in one place. Plus free exams and x-rays for new patients without insurance. And 25% off treatment plans for everyone. Quality care at a price worth celebrating. It's one more way Aspen Dental is in your corner.
You hit your personal best, vowed to never rest, destined for new heights under Friday night lights. Weekends at the rec leagues, home runs in the big leagues. At the heartache of pain, trust experts with your game. With leading edge care on sprains, strains, or tears, and research that's academic based, come back at your own pace. The University of Miami Sports Medicine Institute is ready to help you recover your game.
The road is calling. The fully electric Audi Q6 e-tron. Visit your Audi dealer today and lease a new 2025 Q6 e-tron Quattro for $499 per month.
All right, 4:53 on this Monday morning. We're back with this weekend's box office report where 2 sequels took on the big superhero movies. We all know what that is.
Oh, we know. Fantastic Four. They reigned supreme for the second weekend in a row, even though its earnings dropped 66% from its debut. So in second place was the debut of the animated sequel, The Bad Guys 2. opening with $22 million. And The Naked Gun debuted in third, earning $17 million, while Superman fell to fourth place. Rounding out the top five, we have Jurassic World Rebirth, making $8.7 million. I have not seen any of these movies yet.
Let me tell you,
on my running list.
You got to take your niece at least to go see The Bad Guys too.
Is it really good?
Bad Guys 1 was pretty solid. So
you brought your niece and nephew to the first one?
Yeah, they're obsessed with it.
Okay, so
and then they read the books, and then the TV series, and the mini shorts.
Okay, let me add that to the list of things I got to do with her that she's asking me to do. So
busy movie week.
We'll get there. We'll be right back.
It's the news you've been waiting for, and the time is at 9. The Local 10 News at 9. News when you want it. Now, the best team at the best possible time. The Local 10 News at 9. All the news, weather, and sports at a time that works for you. The Local 10 News at 9. Every night of the week. Coming August 4th, the one and only Local 10 News. The local station. A world broadcast premiere on Local 10, Becoming Katharine Graham, the documentary of a woman who shattered expectations and rewrote history.
Friend said, are you sure you know what you're doing?
One of the most respected newspaper publishers of the 20th century, a fearless woman who rose to power.
With Kay, the newspaper totally came first.
She found her voice and never backed down. Becoming Katharine Graham for the first time ever on broadcast television. And it's on the one and only Local 10, Sunday, August 10th at 7 p.m. Presented by Xfinity. The Wi-Fi is booming. Tired of just one choice for news when you wake up? That same tired newscast? Tired of starting your day with people covering the news from New York? Start your day with a team you know, covering the news from your neighborhood. The Local 10 Morning News. It's live, it's local, it's late breaking, and it's in your community. South Florida's best news team is getting even better. Live all morning long, every morning at 4:30 to 11. It's the news you want from people you trust on the one and only Local 10.
Good Monday morning. I'm Will Manso, and this is your Local 10 Morning Sports Wrap. One of the Miami Dolphins' most important defensive players isn't going anywhere for a while. Zach Sealer's mini hold-in, I guess you can call it, is over. The Dolphins and defensive linemen have agreed on a 3-year contract extension. That deal's reportedly worth around $68 million. $44 million of that guaranteed. Boy, it's well-deserved. Sealer led the Dolphins in sacks with 10 in each of the past 2 seasons. Oh, what a weekend for the Miami Marlins. 101,545 fans witnessed the Fish pulling out their first sweep ever over the Yankees in franchise history. And they got to do some history there as well. Before the game, the Marlins inducting their newest member of the team's Hall of Fame, Jack McKee, in there. And boy, it was great to see Trader Jack, the skipper of the Marlins 2003 championship team, back at the ballpark looking great. 94 years old. He looks phenomenal. As for the game against the Yanks, Marlins looking for that sweep, looking to get back to 500 on the season. Fourth inning, Kyle Stowers, 25th home run of the season, 3-run blast. Marlins jump out to a 6-1 lead. The sellout crowd had plenty of Yankees fans, and they got the cheer in the 7th. Former Marlin Jazz Chisholm Jr., a 2-run shot in his former home, and all of a sudden it's a 6-3 Marlins lead. But don't worry, the Fighting Fish keep fighting and get another one at the bottom of the 7th. Jacob Marcy, what a great weekend for this young man. With his family on hand, tripled the center, making his Major League debut this weekend. And boy, he made a splash in these games. RBI triple there. Marlins win 7-3. They are back to 500 after being 16 games under back in June.
Really great series for our team. And I think, in some ways, 3 different kind of games. We played just like a clean game, kind of across the board. Which has been a big part of this recent run. We just played a good brand of baseball.
It's fun to watch. The Marlins back at it tonight. They open up a series at Lone Depot Park against the Houston Astros. I'm Will Manso. That's your Local 10 Morning Sports Wrap.
These were my great-grandpappy's glasses, and now they're yours, son.
Why can't I just get my own?
2 pairs of glasses and a free eye exam for $79, all same day.
Yeah, I want my own.
Stanton Optical. Easy's our thing.
There's a wise German proverb, Pack das Internet ein, which roughly means those who take the internet on vacation can check they're on the right bus.
You lost too?
No. Why?
Pack the internet. with an eSIM from Aerolo.
At All American Roofing, we do things a little differently. We go out of our way to make our customers happy. Sometimes way out of the way. But that's because at All American Roofing, we care about doing things right, about doing things well, and about our customers being happy when the work is done. That's why going the extra mile is what we're all about. All American Roofing, service you can trust.
Good night.
Health Focus from Baptist Health.
Heart surgery can be overwhelming, but with advancements in technology, recovery times are shorter and outcomes are better. With our skilled surgeons and state-of-the-art robotic systems, patients can return to their daily lives more quickly while receiving the top quality care. Trust Baptist Health Heart and Vascular Care, where your heart health is our priority.
For more information, visit baptisthealth.net/heart or call 786-204-4204.
We're busy. I get it. So Stanton Optical works with your schedule. Buy online, pick up in store same day, and get a free fitting. I mean, look at my to-do list. Same day eye exam, same day glasses. 2 pairs plus eye exam for only $79.
Exclusive access to a high-tech crime crackdown tonight at 9.
Right now at 5 o'clock, another family in mourning after it was revealed that a third young girl on board a sailboat that crashed in Biscayne Bay has now died.
Over 3,000 Boeing fighter jet workers now on strike. What we know about the contract offer they are saying no to.
Meteorologist Amanda Pappas, we have a heat advisory just in effect for our entire area. We'll talk about it coming up.
Democratic lawmakers in Texas leaving the state. We're learning about their current efforts to prevent Republicans from changing Texas's congressional map.
A water rescue caught on camera the quick efforts from Miami divers to save a man's life.
The one and only Local 10 News starts right now.
Well, hello, South Florida. Welcome into your Monday, August 4th. I'm Alex Finney, and can I just say this? You know what they say, when old is new again.
Yeah, divorces are tough, but getting back together is even easier. All right, we're back on the anchor desk together. I'm Andrew Perez. 5:01 on this Monday morning. Thank you so much for joining us. Welcome to what we're calling Independence Day here on Local 10.